Alright guys, let's talk about MNT or Mantle Network on the channel for the first time since this candlestick right here on the 16th of August. Now, we do find ourselves a little bit lower than that point, but there is some news here happening. You can see this is a little bit volatile right now, and I do anticipate this probably to get above this resistance today at $1.27. Due to this news right here, Look On Chain posted Mantle has surpassed $4 billion in Treasury assets, making it the top-ranked Treasury in the market. So that's why you're seeing this volatility. It's actually been as low as $1.13 today, and the high up at 133, but I do think this will break due to this news. Now, a lot of exchanges are using MNT kind of like a exchange coin. So I've seen several instances like in xt.com or CoinX, Bybit. They all use it, for like an exchange coin in a way. You can stake this to get rewards, and it's very interesting coin, guys. Now, there is a last resistance here at about $1.42 up here. Once it breaks this, there's really nothing holding it back. So, yeah, we do need to look at some technicals here. Let's see where it may go. But this is one of my favorite coins, I need to go ahead and say. Now, looking at the volume here, you can see that volume-wise, there's really nothing holding it back. I mean, we're way above the point of control at 71 cents. So yeah, there is this little resistance here. I just marked this off though. We do need to clear this as well as $1.42. So basically you kind of have a zone between about $1.38 to $1.42. It's about a 4-cent zone. We're going to have to push through this and make a decisive break. So until we do that, we're stuck here, unfortunately. But yeah, if we can clear about $1.42 on a weekly time frame, then we're going to shoot up really, really far probably. Now, looking at the weekly Bollinger Bands here, we do have some narrowness here. I don't know if I would call it really a pinch. Also back here wasn't really a pinch. It looks like, though, here is a little bit more narrow than what we have over here. So does that mean the run is going to be a little bit farther? It's kind of hard to say, but yeah, I don't really see a pinch on a weekly time frame. Let's look at the daily time frame. And again, it's very wide here. Basically, if it did get a pinch, it got a pinch down here in early July. So yeah, not really so much as to the Bollinger Bands playing a part in the price jump here. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic here, we do have a little bit overheated on the stochastic, unfortunately. RSI is just kind of flirting with being overheated. Now, the daily time frame, just coming out of this oversold territory, so that's okay on stochastic. Now, RSI a little bit flat, but hey, that looks good. Now, 4-hour time frame, RSI is pointed up pretty heavily. Stochastic is looking like it wants to cross back to the upside though, but is pointed down for now. Now, the 1-hour time frame, just getting out of this oversold territory, pointed pretty heavily to the upside as well as the RSI. 15-minute time frame, a little bit overheated at the moment, but look at this last 15-minute, candle. So yeah, naturally it's going to come down, maybe retest a few things, at least on the 15-minute time frame. But overall, the daily time frame and the 1-hour time frame look pretty good in my opinion, when it comes to RSI and stochastic. So I do anticipate this to break $1.27 probably today. I don't know about the all-time high. Maybe it needs a little bit more of a reset, but yeah, it also needs to break this trend line as well. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD here, and on the weekly time frame is looking pretty good. We do have dark green candles. It is still pointed pretty heavily to the upside here, so momentum is to the upside for now. Daily time frame, it is actually getting some light red candles here. Probably, I would say in the next day or two, you're going to see this cross back to the upside and start some green waves. Now, I did a pith video last night, guys, and you can see there is no buy signal here on CoinGecko, and that's interesting. It's up about 90% at the moment. Now, MNT just at this moment went down a little bit. When I started the video, it was about 4 to 5% up. Now just slightly above 0%, but look, it has a buy next to it. Now, this coin is the number 43 coin according to CoinGecko here. And you can see my holdings, guys. I have quite a bit of this, but my average cost is really low. Now, max supply is this odd number here, but about half of that is circulating right now. Now, the all-time high is $1.54. We're only 15% down now. That is excellent, especially at this point in time when most things are still down 60, 70%. Now, all-time low is 30 cents. If you bought it back 2 years ago, you're 322% up at the moment. excellent buy. This coin is going to be probably a shocker, I think, on the market. Now, unfortunately, Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a dump today, but look, guys, we still haven't broken this support here at 109,205. So that's actually a good signal here, but I think a lot of people are just getting nervous about the numbers that are coming out today. Again, we'll get into that in this video a little bit later. But yeah, I think a lot of people anticipate probably bad economic numbers. Now, the CME gap is a little bit smaller today. It's only $2,625, so the gap has closed just a little bit, several $100s basically. And yeah, there still is a sizable gap though. Now, if we jump over to Ethereum, it, is breaking a little bit lower, unfortunately, but there's still this support at $4,300, guys. So I don't think it's going to break that support very easily. I just think this is probably another higher low here as well. Now, if it breaks 4,300, it's still not the end of the world. But we do kind of have like an M pattern forming here that I'm just drawing with my cursor. So let's hope that we don't break that pattern. But once we break like down below this, I would be a little bit worried. So if we see ourselves around $4,000, then we might be in trouble. Now, looking at total market cap, we are resting right on 3.74 trillion, which is a daily support. But we need to look at this on a weekly time frame to see if we can get back above 3.9 trillion. So we are a little bit below that. Let's see what happens today and the next couple of days throughout the weekend. Now, if we look at this total market cap excluding Bitcoin on the daily time frame, this is what it looks like. But we need to really look at this on a weekly or monthly time frame because that's a little bit more important. Now, if we can get back above 1.62 trillion on the week, time frame, which means closing the candle from Sunday to Monday above this line, that would be excellent. Also, if we can get above 1.71 trillion, which I don't think that's going to happen at least this month, unfortunately now, that would be even better. But if we look at this on a monthly time frame, again, this is going to be the highest monthly close that we have ever seen. And basically, we will have cleared two hurdles here. Basically, 1.43 trillion and 1.51 trillion on a monthly time frame. Now, looking at the Bitcoin dominance, it is actually surging a little bit here. But again, it still is under 58.61, but it may take back the 58.12. But let's see, there's still 2.5 more days to really worry about this. If we get good numbers today, then probably, this will come down a bit. Now, if we look at the USDT dominance, it also is breaking some resistances at the moment. I would like to see it back under 4.31%. But again, still 2.5 days to really worry. Now, the altcoin season index is just slightly cooled a little bit from a 61 to a 59. If we look at the liquidation heat map, only 413 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. I shouldn't say only. That's still a little bit elevated. Now, if we look at the liquidation heat map here, let me refresh this though. I think I need to refresh this a bit. Now, it actually is going down. There's really no liquidity almost anywhere. There's just a tiny bit above us. So this really isn't of any help, honestly. Fear and greed stands at a 50. Yesterday was a 48. It's still neutral. Next update in about 13 hours. And if we look at the bull market peak indicators, sell at the top, still 0 from 30 have been hit, guys. Now, today we do have some economic numbers coming out. We do have core PCE prices. We also have Chicago PMI. We got personal spending. We got Michigan numbers all today, guys. This is what I've been talking about. So if we see good numbers across the board, we're going to probably see good results. Now, taking a quick look at the Moody's dashboard here, you can see sentiment is still risk on, but today we have a little bit negative day. Now, the week is still negative and the month is a little bit more negative. So I don't know if we're going to be able to pull ourselves out of the hole today. We only have this day really to pull ourselves out of the hole. But anyways, yeah, this trend is also fading, the sentiment for risk on. So it's not good. But again, we do have a lot of economic data coming out today. And this will play a role in what the Fed does. So we still have about an 85% chance that we're going to get a quarter point cut here. But we'll see what happens after they release these numbers. Now, Trueflation is showing about a 2.15% inflation rate, a little bit down from yesterday, only 0.01 down. If we look at crypto bubbles today, it's not looking too good. But in the last hour, let's just keep it here. It looks a lot better, and especially with MNT here. And guys, if you want to stake your coins, now I did a Pith video last night. You can check that out. But if you're looking for MNT, well, maybe they have too many requests. So I do think this website will come back a little bit later. Anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and like I said many times before, check out those links that I have below. I have partnerships with 10 exchanges, and if you use my links, of course, I do get a small commission, but unless you're a mega trader, guys, I'm not going to get anything but pennies. So anyways, it does help keep me motivated. It helps keep the channel going. And guys, I really appreciate it. We're over 1,500 subscribers. This is amazing to me. And guys, I thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.